Hello and welcome to this video on 3 common problems with a 1.5 Vauxhall Vivaro. So this range goes from 2019 onwards. It's based upon the earlier Peugeot Expert and Citroën Dispatch vehicles, which were from 2016 to 2019. This is a 1.5 litre engine. Now the first common problem to check for on these vehicles is clutch issues. Now the most common thing that goes wrong with them is they go heavy and they're tough to change gear. So you want to make sure that it changes gear smoothly and that it's not stiff and hard when you're putting the clutch. If it's a bit too tough to change gear, then that's a sign that you need to change the clutch. It's very common on these vehicles. As well as that, make sure it changes gear smoothly, as if the clutch is on its way out, it can get stiff to change gear. Second common problem, which a lot of these vans suffer from, is AdBlue problems. So if you've got an AdBlue problem, you will generally see, if I just try to turn the ignition on, you'll see this spanner light, you'll probably see an engine light, and it will say check AdBlue malfunction on the center display here. So if you go into vehicle diagnostic, and actually this one has no faults, if there's an AdBlue fault with the vehicle, it might say top up impossible after 1,000 miles. It might say AdBlue malfunction. Just to repeat, you press this button up here, diagnostic, and that runs. It's a pretty simple check on the vehicle, but if there is an AdBlue fault, then it will show there. And as well, you don't want to see any warning lights whatsoever on the dashboard. They should all come on when you turn the ignition on, and then all go off in sequence, as this one does. So if you've got warning lights on here, a spanner and an engine light, then that's probably a sign that you've got an AdBlue problem, and they can be an expensive fix. Now the last problem, I'm just going to open the bonnet, because this is probably the most important one, is a cam belt issue. This is a cam belt driven engine, and if you're buying a vehicle which is, say, over 50,000 miles and 3 years old, you want to make sure that the cam belt has been changed. We've just sold this van to a customer, and we've just changed the cam belt on it for him. It's had a new cam belt and water pump. So I'll just quickly show you in the engine. So yeah, it's just had a new cam belt and water pump. The cam belt is just in here. That's where it is. So yeah, very important. It's better, as the saying goes, to change a belt than an engine, because if you leave it without it being done, then you risk cam belt breaking and doing all sorts of damage to the engine. So number one, clutch issues on these vehicles, very common problem. Number two, make sure there's no AdBlue lights on the dashboard in the center display. And number three, make sure that the cam belt is changed, especially if you're buying one which is done over 50,000 miles and over 3 years old. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and if you like them, then please subscribe and give them a like. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.